the orange and the blues of these artists from Van Gogh, from Monet, you cannot resist. It's a strong impact. Macam orang cakap lah. The first impression is the lasting impression. So I was impressed by the orange and the blues of Van Gogh, Renoir, Cézanne. Sampai sekarang, I'm still paint blues and orange. Because that was your first imprint. So my language at the time was color, intrigued by color. Until now, I'm still struggling, dealing, and enjoy work with color. The worst spiritual disease that can leave your body, even though you are okay, you dah sederhana, you dah zuhud, is the yearn to be famous, the yearn to be known, to be acknowledged. So that's what's happening. We get our satisfaction when people acknowledge us.
Artis ni something that I've always wanted to ask lah. Artistic career kan. Financial reward dia worth it ke?
Yeah.
Maybe the best way to start is if you can tell us about your life in art.
Never. During school days, I never thought that I would become an artist. We came from a family of scientists, and I was in science stream pula tu. And then, we like to learn. I have a lot of books. My dad kerja kat luar, working abroad, so keep giving books about adventures, travels, and whenever in America, in Europe, he would send postcard of artists. I always say this, even a small gestures like that, postcard of Matisse, of Rembrandt, of Picasso, and I used to post it on my walls in my room, small room, and after a few years that room became a studio. I modeling during my last years of secondary school, I was form 5, form 4. I done mess around with oil paints, house paints. I bought a few tubes of oil paint. It's very expensive. I went to have to go to Kota Baru, Kuala Krai, out of Macam to buy those paints. And paint on Ghani sacks, kain guni kan, no canvas. And you don't know how to mix paint. You don't know what's the function of linseed, turpentine. You just mess around. And my dad came home from Europe. This is not the way to learn art. If you want to learn art, you have to go to proper art school. And all this mess has to be out of this room now. So kita clear the room. But I said I like to do this. So I start painting under the house. Dulu lantai mati tinggi kan, buat bawah rumah. Do some abstract, just dripping, all this drip, renjisan, paint layer upon layer, just exercise. I remember my mom used to say, in Kelantanis lah, cuba molek so. I mean, do a finish one. Just do a one. No, this is process. This is
process. And you are 14 years old, 15 years old?
No, 17.
17.
17. Okay. And after MCA, I got a chance I went to Europe, to go to Europe. So sort of holiday, backpacking, hitchhiking, mix of everything. And I came across galleries, museum, exhibition. The first Asian artist that I was intrigued was Indonesian artist Sri Hadi Sudarsono. I saw his exhibition in Rotterdam of boats, perahu nelayan, kapal layar, tiang-tiang layar, all the mast. So I asked the gallery owners, siapa this guy? Oh, he's from your country, Indonesia. No, I'm from Malaysia. He's in Indonesia, next door. Cakap, siapa nama dia? Sri Hadi Sudarsono. So I ingat the same day or the day after, that was in Rotterdam, I bought a set of oil paint or acrylic, I can't remember. I went to my room and started dribbling and drawing all these marks, depicting kapal layar, fishing boats, what I remembered from that. Abstract, nothing real, abstract. But macam mana cakap? You can't explain the feeling that something has to come out. You need to do something. And a few days lepas tu, the following days I went to Van Gogh Museum. I went to see Van Gogh. I went to see Monet, Renoir, Impressionist exhibition. And the orange and the blues of these artists from Van Gogh, from Monet, you cannot resist. It's a strong impact. Macam orang cakap lah. The first impression is the lasting impression. So I was impressed by the orange and the blues of Van Gogh, of Renoir, Cézanne. Sampai sekarang, I'm still paint blues and orange. You know? Because that was your first imprint. So my language at the time was color, intrigued by color. Until now, I'm still struggling, and enjoy work with color. And I enrolled in one masa kat Amsterdam, masa kat Den Haag, The Hague tu, where it's ICJ, no? International Court of Justice. I used to jog around that place every day. Yeah, when I was in Den Haag. I went to art school, but we couldn't afford it, very expensive. It's a free art school, they call it a free academy, where practicing artists or art students or even professional artists, they can come and pay some fees to use the facilities. So I was there. Not long, but I done etching, figure drawing, portrait, paintings.
So you went through all the art techniques lah.
Yeah,
art
before
processes.
UiTM.
Before UiTM.
Informally. So when I came, when on my return, I joined UiTM. I got a portfolio of prints, of etchings, of drawing, of watercolors from Holland, from Europe. So that impressed my professors, my lecturers. So I was admitted to Jabatan Seni Halus, Department of Fine Arts, and during school days, I know physics. I like element because I like navigation. I like compass. I like trigonometry, geometry. It's my field. I can read maps. Even I learn in scouts, not in the math or science room. I can read map, topography. Ini dalam masa pengakap, bukan in the. So I like that. But we play around too much. So I didn't do any good masa MCE tu. I never intend pun. I say, I don't like to study. I want to go somewhere. You know.
So it's basically just a flow into art lah. And your parents pun did not like put conditions.
No. Yeah, I see. And amazing. I keep telling even my children, I think, whatever your parents say to you, with like or dislike, with anger or with passion, it's always a doa. It's always a divine wish. Kan? So my mom used to say, she used to tell to neighbours, bukan boleh kerja orang lain. Dia kerja sendiri ni. I don't know what she got in her mind. Kan? Kerja sendiri masa tu in the 70s in Kelantan. What? Jual keropok, jual ikan, jual kain batik. That's kerja sendiri masa tu. Kan? Nobody thought that we can be an artist and survive and sustain a big family being an artist, kerja sendiri tu. But that words, the utterance, that divine wish tu, it jadi makbul. So sampai sekarang I cannot work with people, under people. I just can't. I need to do something on my own. And I realize even my children pun tak boleh. They work, they have to be out. They have to work out. They have to do something on their own. So basically no pressure, no peer pressure, no family pressure. We don't compare. We always independent. Cuma masa masuk UiTM tu, baru terdetik dalam hati nak jadi pelajar terbaik. Itu pun kerana melihat cara hidup pensyarah seni macam bagus je kan. I mean, your passion is art and your career is art. What more can you ask kan? So I rasa I want to be a lecturer in art. I want to teach art. I think this is what I like to do. And in order to do that, I have to excel academically. Studio work, liberal work kan. So kerja keras sikit lah masa kat ITM. So I ngejar ni kira macam competing lah. We always on the top tiers lah. Okay, daripada early days lagi lah. Alhamdulillah I got scholarship. Went to do my masters. Before that pun, before they offered me scholarship, they give me a tutor job. I was giving tutorial, like dipanggil apa? Pensyarah muda di UiTM. Before awarded the scholarship to go to do my masters. Balik tu I taught for another 2 years.
You did your masters in
Manchester.
In Manchester.
Manchester.
How long was it? How many?
18 months. 18 months in Manchester. But dipanggil apa? Working through the summer program. Maknanya there's no summer holidays. Summer pun kita buat. But I was majoring in printmaking. So we don't really do much in the studio. Banyak visiting. We visit studio in Edinburgh, studio in London. So I will visit Jai in London. So I used to see my lecturers who was also teaching in Jai's school in London. So this person, how come I see more in London than Manchester?
Yeah.
So I travel. I took the train only 8 pound masa tu. Yeah. So banyak move on. Only to our final exam semesters, final term tu, baru kita buat kerja kat studio. Very big for me. So kita banyak exposures of how artists do their prints, how they manage a printmaking workshop, how they sell their prints, how they buat their production. Not actually doing on our own work, tak ada. Cuma as a formality, we need to do an exhibition. So we produce a piece of work. Setiap artis, setiap pelajar kan, pelajar masters kan. So basically what I learned as an artist, the fundamentals is UiTM. I'm very grateful for those teachers in UiTM kan. Macam tu kita memang meluat macam penat lah kan, sama je cakap banyak kan. I will go to Europe and do something else. No, in Europe they open your ideas. There's no more thing. There's no, if you are not disciplined here, you go there, you're finished. If you don't have your direction here, you go there, you finish. I see my friends, bukan artis saja yang buat interior design, yang buat architecture kan. If you don't have, habis. Because the freedom is, the leeway is so big kan. It's up to you. I got a friend who do not find out something else, design related. Dia punya dissertation is just one piece handwritten je. And he's not performing. And with that kind of scholarship, I mean, it's up to you. So fortunately, luckily, alhamdulillah, masa kat UiTM tu, Ponirin, Amin, Sulaiman, Isa ni all very kan, this design mafia ni, design Nazi ni kan. Ni tak kena. Sit and work. Ponirin used to say, sit and work. If you don't sit, you cannot work. So I used to sit and work. Bukan sit down and work kan. Apa ni?
Then you after masters?
After masters, I came back kerja for 2 years.
And at that time, what is good art for you? What's your definition of good art?
Good art is when you can sell, when you can exhibit, and when you can sell. And because as a young artist at those times, to do a solo exhibition is very challenging. Sebab kita studio pun tak ada.
Ini circa 1990.
No, mid-80s.
Mid-80s.
Before the 90s. Tak ada. There's no. Tak ada studio. I can't recall we visit any studios.
So definition of good art is an art that sells.
Yeah, when you see any exhibition. So sometimes the lecturers brought us to their house, Joseph Tan or even Pony Min, or we don't see the studio. We don't. There must be a studio somewhere. But we don't see the working discipline tu. Kita tak nampak. You have to create that. You have to create that. Tu kita tengok bila kita pergi Europe, kita tengok macam mana dia orang buat. Not technically, but the discipline. The creative. Not artistic, but the creative. How they read, what they read, what they think, and how they communicate. How do their works, baru kita nampak. Benda tu yang membuahkan hasil kerja kita. And I stopped teaching after 2 years, and then sambung lagi for contract job, teaching job. Tak puas hati. I went to Seychelles for 2 years. Seychelles.
When you were teaching, you were producing artwork, having art shows.
Ada, but not so exhibition, group exhibition, balai, and we participate in some, masa tu they call bakat muda sezaman, the young contemporaries. So and
then you went to Seychelles,
mengajar. But still painting. I do a lot of watercolor kat Seychelles. But it's a very depressing. Career-wise, it's depressing because you don't get work satisfaction in Seychelles because it's a reggae country, and nobody really want to work. They just like to sing, dance.